Hello, everyone. Welcome to your recap of Game 1 of both of the National League Divisional Series. Yesterday, we only had the National League. That's why I'm recapping it. And we're going to talk quickly about the American League Series, which is about to get underway right now. Our first series, which will go along as we digress. But yes, let's get into our first two games from last night. Colorado tried coming back, but in the end, the Brewers, this was the game of the day. I thought Milwaukee had it, but I'll go along as I'll explain here. But Dodgers won game 1 of their series against the Braves. We'll quickly recap .com because it's easier to do it that way. But so here's what happened in this game. Bottom of the third inning, Christian Yelich hit a 2-run home run, and Lorenzo Cain scored. He was already on base. It looked like the Brewers were going to win this, but Charlie Blackmon, crucial RBI single in that inning. And then Nolan Arenado hit a sac fly to center field. Lorenzo Cain scored. Hampson scored. And that's why we were in this interesting situation. And then we had to wait to the 10th inning when Mike Moustakas hit an RBI single to help out the Milwaukee Brewers. And thus, can't count the Brewers out. Brew Crew will be around. Possible they can get to the World Series for the first time since 1982. We'll have to wait and find out. But so good for the Brewers in their first game. Now on to the Dodgers. And they had an easy road last night. In fact, Ryu was almost pitching a no-hitter. So the second straight game. And the ironic thing about the LA Dodgers here, and this is ironic, literally they have two pitchers in 2 games in a row that are almost hitters. How was that even possible? You may be asking. Well, the pitching is just that good for the Dodgers. And as I was keeping an eye on the Brewer-Rocky game, ESPN radio on the bottom of the 10th inning was just saying that Jock Peterson homered, hit a home run in the bottom of the first. And I'm like, this may set the tone for the Dodgers. And believe me, I was right. Because once the second inning came, once Muncy hit that home run center field, you knew the Dodgers were gonna take this game. You had to wait to the 6th inning for more scoring as Kike Hernandez homered. And then David Freese, who, if you don't know who he was or is, he was the hero on the 2011 St. Louis Cardinals team. Ironically enough. And that was all the scoring for the Dodgers that night. Last night was just more of this game being the main game of the day, just because you knew Milwaukee blowing that lead, and you're saying to yourself, are they going to come back again? You can't count the Brew Crew out. They're going to be around. We'll close these, and we'll go right to today's games. Right now, we're still waiting for first pitch between Cleveland and Houston. I'll try to refresh this as we go along here. Let's see if we can refresh it. All right, middle of the first inning, no scores. So our first playoff game of today has just started. Kluber got out of the inning, the starting pitcher for the Indians. So now Justin Verlander will come up to go on the mound for the Astros. We'll refresh this. See if Kluber gave up a hit in that inning. All right, so Kluber had a 1-2-3 inning. You can't count the Indians out either. I could see this going down between Cleveland and Milwaukee in the World Series. If it ends up the way things do, and again, it's only the first game, but I don't know. I mean, honestly, I really could care less if the Indians beat the Yankees. Because this is the last chance for the Indians to win the World Series. I feel the Yankees are going to be around for long enough, and the Yankees are always traditionally a franchise that wins a lot. If you're a team like the Indians, your resources are going down. You need to win now, or else all hell. This is our first game for today. Oh, my bad. Right, this is in Houston. Excuse me. So Verlander had a 1-2-3 inning, so now Kluber's coming up. My bad. So I thought this was at Progressive Field. Right, because Houston had the second seed in the American League. Cleveland's the third seed. Okay. Our next game of the afternoon will start at 4:15 on FS1. Milwaukee will go with Chanjin, who very important to have him. And you have Anderson for the Rockies, who has a very high ERA. This game is not going to favor the Rockies. I'm going to tell you that right now. I expect Milwaukee to be up 2-0 and close this series out on Sunday night, or whenever they're playing on Sunday. But I expect the Brewers to move on to the championship series. The way the Brewers were constructed this season, there's no excuse for Milwaukee not to make it to the National League Championship Series. Yankees in Boston. First time since 2004. It's almost 15 years that we've had a Boston playoff series. Boston's going to go with Chris Sale. Yankees are going to go with J. Happ. I'm going to tell you this right now, folks. Expect a lot of these games to go 4 to 5 hours, because that's how normally these games end up between the Yankees and the Red Sox. That's how it's supposed to be. I've been waiting so long for a playoff series. I'm telling you right now, I'm pumped and excited. This is going to go 5 games. I have a good feeling the Yankees will win this in 5, but I hope Cleveland, and this is just my theory about this. My National League Championship Series right now is Milwaukee, Los Angeles. And then American League right now, I got it as that's how I see it in my book at the moment. Braves and Dodgers. You have Anibal Sanchez. But here's the problem. This game is going to favor the Dodgers because their best pitcher is on the mound tonight, Clayton Kershaw, which I am very excited to see him pitch. Hopefully, he'll finally get over the playoff hump. He did last year all the way to the World Series, so let's hope it happens again this year. So I want to show you the Yankees lineup very quickly because their roster is certainly interesting. Yes, so apparently the Yankees tweeted out this roster, right? PR tweeted this first, and we'll make it bigger so you all can see this. So look at this, everyone. Greg Bird did not make the postseason roster because Luke Voit got hot at the right time. All right? So that's why he's not on the roster. This isn't too bad of a roster if you ask me. Hopefully, yeah, here's Chapman. Good. I don't have a problem with this roster. I don't. I'm happy Lynn made it. I'm happy Sever's on the roster. I'm happy that, let's see, did Robertson make the roster? I'm trying to see. Yeah, he did. Good. So High Sox did make it. Half roster. Tanaka's on the roster. So they're going short staff. I don't know how it works in the divisional series, but let's hope the championship series the roster is going to be 25, because I'm not familiar with the rosters for the postseason that much, because remember, the Yankees are rarely in the playoffs anymore. They had a stretch between 2013 and 14 where they didn't make it, and then 15, they only had the wild card game and lost to the Astros, and then 16 came, and the rest is just history. So these are our games today. Let's just quickly refresh the Cleveland-Houston game before I wrap this all up, because I want to get to recording my predictions for Super Showdown. I will do that after I'm done with this stream. So let me check your comments right now, see if anything is relevant here. I'll load this up. Oh, boy. With this stream. So I did turn off the stream. Oh, I made this private. I can fix that. No big deal. So I'm going to wrap up this stream. You are watching on replay. Thank you very much. Until the next one, please take care.